Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. The game patch has just dropped. Everything is live. I'm going to be going into the notices. We're going to go over everything that just came out in the game. We're going to take a quick glance at the new Sephiroth Red XIII banner. I did a data mine leak video on it. Not gonna lie, Sephiroth's costume looks so sick. I wish I could pull on it, but I already have a wind mastery. But that being said, let's get into the notices. We're gonna talk about everything, and let's just start going through it one thing at a time. All right, so the event Critical Threat Gallonbaloir Humus is on now. I'm going to be going into this event just to see what element this guy is. I'm guessing he's going to be weak to wind, maybe, based on Sephiroth dropping right now. Either way, I'm not really sure, but we are going to check it out. It is going to be a critical threat event, so in exactly 1 week from today, we are going to get a crash fight for the Gallonbaloir Humus. I know it's Humus, but everyone keeps calling him Hummus. All right. That being said, it looks like we're going to get a free weapon for Cait Sith and for Matt. Matt's looks pretty sick. I'm not sure if that's going to be out in the game already, but I did see it in the data mine. Other than that, we're going to have the Humus megaphone. This is going to give boost magic attack and I'm guessing wind potency. So these are becoming kind of like a thing right now where they're dropping all of the magic attack / elemental potency free weapons, which honestly are fantastic. I really like these weapons and they're definitely super helpful depending on the content that you're getting. So we are going to get two of them. One is going to be for Cait Sith, the other is going to be for Matt. Matt's weapon looks freaking awesome, guys. It looks really cool. I don't think it might not be out yet, but it looks freaking awesome. All right, other than that, we do have the new chapter releases. All right, this is going to be chapter 7 and chapter 8. I don't know what's going on with Sephiroth here. He does look like he's doing that thing where he's getting all evil, but I don't think that this happens this early in the story, right? Like Sephiroth is still good all the way up into Crisis Core, so I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen right here, but I am curious to find out. That being said, there's going to be a new chapter release missions, so we can get a total of 100 draw tickets, such as weapon guaranteed draw tickets for first soldier characters. It looks like there's some Sephiroth only tickets there as well. All right, as of May 15th, the new chapter release missions are on now. Get items such as up to 100 Sephiroth, Glenn, Matt, Lucia exclusive draw weapon tickets. All right, so it's all first soldier based. That's pretty cool. Looks like first soldier characters are going to get a gain in experience during this point in time. That's going to take them to 200% EXP boost. So for all you new players that are playing any of these characters, this is going to be the time to take them on those training missions and level them up. The new chapter release is also going to come with a new login bonus. Log in during the period to get a total of 1,500 blue crystals. I'm always happy with that. And it looks like we're going to have some new packs as well. So I will take a look and do a shop review. There's so much to cover. So I want to check out the campaigns, shop review, new quest, new draw. It's a big one, guys, and I'm super happy about this. All right, so let's go back here and let's go to the next one. All right, so this is a big one, guys. This is going to be Sephiroth and Red XIII new weapon featured draw on now. Not going to lie, this costume for Sephiroth is one of my favorites in the games. He looks piratey and soldiery at the same time. I love black and red and gold. They're just badass color combinations. Man, and Red XIII's weapon is freaking solid, guys. So let's go down it. Let's scroll down and let's take a look at this. All right. So we have the Shinra military sword for Sephiroth. This is going to be a command ability with 3 ATB cost. Comes with theatrical strike here, which inflicts up to 420% non-elemental physical damage upon a single enemy with 3 ATB. Increases the caster's physical attack, all right? And also drastically increases wind damage when the caster's HP is 50% or more. So for all of you guys that pulled the original Sephiroth, Dark Heavens, or even if you've had it and you didn't have the costume, this is going to be something great to go in on. This weapon is going to be super solid. These are becoming more popular, these kind of like backup offensive buffing weapons. Tifa just got one. Sephiroth is getting one now. Super, super, super cool. Now, it looks like Red 13 is getting Silver Collar here, and I feel like this weapon is like the true insanity of this banner. So get a load of this, guys, all right? So 3 ATB cost, Rolling Claw, inflicts up to 320% non-elemental physical damage upon a single enemy with 3 ATB. It drastically reduces enemies' wind resistance, okay, so there's a high imperil, and quickly destroys diamond sigils. So it's a diamond sigil breaker at 3 ATB cost on a regular weapon. Just think of the possibilities there. Also drastically reduces water resistance when the caster's HP is 50% or more. So now Red 13 has in 2 weapons 4 imperils: fire, ice, wind, water. Like, he is quickly overtaking Yuffie and becoming the imperil master of the game, right? So super, super, super cool. The fact that this breaks diamond sigils on a 3 ATB cost is absolutely freaking awesome. Not gonna lie, really cool weapon. Has a lot of viability, I think, going forward. In my opinion, if you're skipping this banner, these are both 100% wishlist items. These are definitely, and we're getting a lot more of those where, you know, we're getting a lot of banners where the weapons are like guaranteed wishlist items, right? So really, really cool to see. Now let's look at Sephiroth's new gear. It is the Shinra formal uniform. The R ability gives buff debuff extension duration, okay, and wind mastery. Kind of a disappointment here to see that this is not a wind arcanum. He already has a wind mastery, so it's like I already have his wind mastery costume. So it's like, even if I wanted to pull for this, it just seems like it's kind of a waste to go in on it. Although I would prefer this costume to the other one, because I think the other one is physical attack and wind mastery, and physical attack is just so easy to max that it's better to have another R ability there. And for this one, buff debuff extension, he's going to get physical attack up with the sword, he's going to get wind attack up with the sword, right? So it just goes perfectly hand in hand with Dark Heavens. Really, really, really cool banner. I don't know, I think that in a lot of ways the banner is an easy skip. I'm going to do a to pull or not to pull video coming up here on this exact banner, but man, is it tempting, guys, for real. All right, let's move over to the next thing. All right, so here we have new chapter, First Soldier 7 and 8 released right here. All right, I thought we already looked at this, but it looks like it's here. This story content will be unlocked by completing Final Fantasy VII, the First Soldier Chapter 6, Memories of the Planet. So for those of you guys who haven't done that, just be sure to get that done. And it looks like there is one last thing. New chapter release, 5-star weapon guaranteed, draw on now. So we'll take a look at this when I go into the draws. In this draw, only weapons exclusive to the target characters will appear, with 1 or more 5-star weapons guaranteed to appear, plus get target's character-specific memory times 20 as a bonus. If this was target character-specific weapon parts, that would be better, but memories times 20. We're getting to the point now where it's like it costs so many memories to level up a character that getting like an extra 20 is like nothing. That's like 1 day of premium quests. So I don't know. I think that these are always a skip for me personally. If you are going for it, I wish you the best of luck. I just want you guys to succeed out there with all your hearts. All right, so let's jump over to the missions. Let's see what we got here. I don't see any campaign missions, even though it said that we had them. So that's a little bit strange. So let's do the shop review, and then we'll jump over to, doesn't look like the shop reviews here either. So I'm guessing that I need to quickly reset my game, so I'm going to do that really fast. All right, guys, here I am. I'm back after resetting my game. Now we're going to check out everything that should be here. All right, so going into the shop review, does look like we have a new chapter release pack. This is going to feature Glenn, Matt, and Lucia on here. So personally, I don't really use Glenn very much. Lucia, not very much either. Matt, for sure. He's super good. So this could be good. 300 paid, I mean, it's not very much, so it is a pretty good deal, I think, all in all. This is a guaranteed Sephiroth pull, so for 300 paid, it's pretty fantastic. That's really good. Here's a regular 5-star ticket. Also pretty solid all around, depending on what you need in the game. When it gets more niche, they become less valuable, especially these basically like lose value the more weapons come into the game, right? Because then it gets harder and harder to get what you want. So get them while you can, because I think in a year it's going to be impossible to get something that you want by getting one of these tickets. All right. We're also going to have these really nice packs that I really enjoy. They're 3K paid. It's going to come with a Sephiroth 5-star guaranteed pull, 20 Sephiroth only tickets, and 100 Sephiroth weapon parts. So super solid. You can pick up 2 of those. There's 2 of those for Red 13 as well. I only ever go for these premium tickets very rarely, and only when they're paired with something else. So for me, that's a skip. Other than that, it looks like we have the standard bundles here as well, along with a Red 13 Sephiroth paired bundle back here for the 8800. But other than that, none of these I think are worth my crystals at least. And if you're going to get a big crystal pack like this, wait for the crossovers and the boosted crystal one. That'll come with 16,200 crystals for the same price. So much better to just wait on those in the end. All right, so that's going to conclude the shop review. Let's jump in here to the missions, check out the campaigns. It does look like we're going to be able to get a good amount of stuff. So it looks like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 regular 10 pull gotcha tickets. Then we're going to get 10 Lucia only pulls, Matt, Glenn, and Sephiroth. All right, so those are going to be super easy. You just clear a battle with each of those people in the team. And then the other ones are super easy as well. You just consume 1,000 stamina and boom, those are done. All right, so before we go check out the draw, let's go into the event. I want to see what this Gallonbaloir Humus is weak to, guys. Is it earth? Is it wind? My guess is that it's not earth. My guess is that it's wind. Recommended element wind. The reason I didn't think it was going to be earth is because I think so few people in the game could actually, you know, go for it. I mean, really realistically, only I think the people that actually pulled for Yuffie's banner and built it past OB6 are like such a minority, right? So wind makes a lot more sense to me. It's a lot more accessible across the board. Now let's look at this fight. Oh man, Red 13 is going to be solid in this fight, guys. So we have the Gallonbaloir Humus here. Wind weakness, resistance to earth and water. It is a diamond sigil boost break right here. So the question is, do you need a sigil boosting weapon in order to do this fight? I feel like Matt's going to really come in clutch on this fight because he can equip his new weapon in the first slot, right? And then equip the Bahamut sword in the second slot for the diamond sigil break. He gets the cure all on the weapon, plus the boosted healing from the costume, and the physical defense, magic defense up. Like, I really want to pull on this banner for Sephiroth, but I have to ask myself, is this Sephiroth and Red 13 banner more valuable than the new Matt banner, right? Or even Yuffie with her Earth Arcanum. There's a lot going around, but luckily we have time to figure that out. The Yuffie banner doesn't even go down for 11 days, so we have time. We do not have to worry about making a decision for that today. Now let's look at this fight right here. He is immune to poison. All right, so that's the first thing I check out these days. Can they be poisoned? No, he cannot. Now, can he be broken in the defenses? No, he cannot. Physical defense down, magic defense down, immunities. He can't be broken on physical attack down or magic attack. Ooh, that's rare where all 4 of them are immune. This guy is going to be burly, guys. All right, so he's going to use powerful earth element physical attacks, counters with powerful physical abilities, rush, and greater rush when his stream phase is interrupted. Interesting. He counters with abilities when his stream phase is interrupted. Physical attack changes based on the amount force gauge rush charge is filled. The gauge can be depleted with wind damage, and wind element physical attacks are effective against this enemy. Now, we do not have a physical wind arcanum in the game. There is a magic one. It is Aerith. We're not sure how much of reduced damage she is gonna be doing against this boss, but I will be getting into this as soon as I can, getting you guys a guide for the EX2 and EX3, and then hopefully the Crash, though I have a feeling that this one is going to be harder than the Turks one. All right, now that being said, guys, it looks like there's only one last thing to do. I'm going to take a quick look at the weapons on this new draw. All right, now let's go over here I'm just gonna quickly try on this costume. I freaking love this costume, guys. It looks so sick. He looks like a badass pirate captain. I love it. But man, could I pull? I mean, if this was the Wind Arcanum, I would have been sold. But it's a freaking Wind Mastery. What are they thinking? Why would they give him 2 Wind Masteries? Why? It makes no sense to me. It literally makes no sense. All right, so let's look at the details here. We're just going to take a quick glance at this, guys. And I'm just going to look at it at OB10. So there's OB10 stats, 679 physical attack. It's going to deal 420% physical non-elemental damage. Does have a crit rate of 10%. Physical attack is going to go only to mid at OB10. All right, so it's never going to hit high. Now, what is it at base 5-star? Oh, it's also mid at base 5-star. That's pretty awesome. That is actually pretty freaking awesome. All right, now for when his HP is 50% or more, wind damage is increased. Potency high and high on high. All right, so also at OB6 it's high, and you need it OB6 to hit high. That's kind of a bummer because OB6 goes literally first cast high, but base 5-star is first cast mid, second cast mid. So it's going to be helpful when you get this weapon, but really you're going to want to take it to OB6, right, in order to get that up. Physical attack in the R ability slot at 31 is pretty good, but holy moly, look at the wind potency on this bad boy. 52 wind potency at OB10 is pretty damn phenomenal. It is going to have a physical ability damage of 20%, 20%, and then a circle sigil boost here. Interesting, right? So I guess you would technically run this in the first slot just because of the insane wind potency on it. At OB6, it's still 36, which is probably just 3 under Dark Heavens. But man, that's pretty damn solid, I'm not going to lie. Although I still think I would probably run this in the offhand. All right, other than that, we looked at the costume. It's going to get buff, debuff, extension, and wind mastery, which is only 20% as opposed to the Arcanum 35%. Kind of bummed on that, I'm not going to lie. Now let's look at Red 13's Silver Collar at level 120. This is a magic attack based weapon, or it's not. For some reason, this has higher magic attack on it than physical attack, despite the fact that it's a physical non-elemental damage weapon. All right, so makes no sense. They got these stats confused. Applebot will give you a grace on that, but get your shit together. All right, so this is going to have the Diamond Sigil Break at 3 ATB. Awesome weapon. Wind resist imperil at high. Then we have the Water imperil at high as well. And it gives 62 healing in the R ability and the buff debuff extension. Whew, that is really, really, really good. If we look at the R abilities, and there's a cure all on it. Holy God. Guys, this weapon is one of the best weapons in the game. It has wind ability damage plus 30% on it, ability damage 10%. Super, super, super good. I honestly think better than Sephiroth's weapon. But let's check base 5-star. Let's check base 5-star. All right, so this one is going to do, I mean, at base 5-star, one copy of this, it's going to give you mid to high on the Wind Imperil, mid to high on the Water Imperil. Plus, you're getting the 3 ATB Diamond Sigil Break, which is like fucking phenomenal, guys. Let's be real. And the R abilities are just insane. Plus, it comes with a cure-all. This is a SS tier weapon. Super, super good. Thank God that it is wish listable, guys, because there's no banner for him. And to be honest, I think this is an easy skip banner unless you don't. I mean, to be honest, guys, I cannot recommend going for a mastery costume over an Arcanum. It just makes no sense. Now, if you love this costume for Sephiroth and you really want to go in on it, I'm not going to hold you guys back. I love this costume and I might go in on it, but we're also comparing it to this freaking this banner right here, which I haven't pulled for either. I'm still on the fence, but I'm just going to be waiting. It ends on May 26th. Anyways, guys, that being said, that is going to cover all the new stuff coming into the game. I'm going to be getting on top of all these videos coming out. I'll have a to pull or not to pull video where I go more in depth on these weapons. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy everything. If you're pulling, I wish you guys the best of luck. If this video was helpful to you guys today, don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to sub to the channel for future Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis content. Hope you all have a wonderful night. Take care and peace.